Hello everyone, we have some important data coming up today, such as the ECB trade rate decision, which is expected to leave rates unchanged until the end of the year. Maybe we have a rate cut in 2026. We have also the US CPI data that may affect the market ahead of the Fed rate decision next week. And also we had some reaction from Apple stock after it released the new iPhone. So having a start from US 100, we can see that it reached a new all-time high at around the 24,000 psychological mark during yesterday's session, and is currently holding slightly below it. We can see that it's still holding above these long-term and short-term uptrend lines, with the next strong obstacle coming from the next round numbers such as 24,100, etc., until the 161.8% Fibonacci extension level at 25,900, taken from this down leg here from the peak back in February towards the lows in April. Now maybe we are going to have a rebound near this uptrend line here, the 23,700 level, before continuing the upside structure. But if there is a break below the short-term SMAs as well as beneath this near-term uptrend line here, then the price may find some floor near the 33,000 psychological mark. Now, having a look at the technical oscillators, we have an interesting movement from MACD. We have a negative divergence as long as the market is creating higher highs, but MACD was creating lower highs since May. So this is a signal that we have a weakening momentum in the market. The stochastic is pointing downwards, and it also posted a bearish crossover between its percentage K and percentage D lines in the overbought area, also confirming that we are having an overstretched market, and the RSI, on the other hand, is ticking slightly up above the 50 region. So we have to wait to see if US CPI later today may affect US 100, and we may see a new high or are going to have a retreat. Now, having a look at a euro-yen, that is currently moving higher ahead of the ECB interest rate decision. Today, it found some floor near the 3-day SMA at 172.26. It's also holding within this short-term upward sloping channel after the rebound of the 169.80 support level, and the next resistance is coming from the 173.90 that it also reached it back in the end of July. Now, if there is a move above this top here, that we can say there is also a double top, we may see the price testing the 32-year high at 175.37. On the other hand, we may see the price testing again the 171.15 area. If there is a closing session beneath this uptrend line, we may see steeper decreases reaching the 169.80 and the 168.40. But as long as the market remains above the 200 SMA, the outlook will remain bullish, but we're going to have a short-term downside correction. The RSI is sloping to the upside above the 50 area. The MACD is strengthening somewhat its momentum, but is still near its trigger at zero line. So we have to see if the market will break this important resistance area to create new highs. And now, having a look at Apple stock, that we have a significant downward movement over the last 4 sessions. The price it lost around 6.5%. We had also a bearish doji candle that was indicating that the price may return to the downside. We had a new 6-month high at 240. But the price is currently ready to test the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level of the upper leg from 168 to around the 250 region at 223, which is also the previous bottom and the 50-day SMA. So if there is a drop beneath the 200-day SMA, which is currently holding at 221, then the price it may have a rebound at this medium-term uptrend line and the 215 support level, and maybe continue this upward tendency. On the flip side, if the price moves below the 38.2% FIBO at 212, then it may reach also the lower boundary of the Ichimoku cloud and the 50% FIBO at 203. The RSI is pointing slightly up and is trying to cross above the 50 level, recovering some of the previous days of losses. However, the MACD is still holding beneath its trigger line, is still losing some momentum. So I think that the next levels to have in mind is the 223 and the 200 DSMA. If there is a drop below them, then we may wait to see a rebound around the 215 support area. Now, in the positive scenario, a climb above the previous peak, then the price it may target 241 resistance and even higher, the 250 barrier, which is taken from the peak back in February of this year. So that's all from me. Thank you for watching and have a great day.